The G&G ARP9 series has been a stalwart staple of G&G's lineup since its introduction in 2017. Developed from the Combat Machine 16 series of entry-level AEG rifles, the ARP9 is a pistol-caliber looking AEG loosely modeled after the real-life AR-patterned PCCs that fills the role of a subcompact SMG ideal for close quarters, or speedsofters looking for that extra bit of firepower. The ARP 2.0 was released last year and featured a new adjustable stock and redesigned handguard, but it's clear G&G aren't done with this series yet. Hi, I'm Andrew, and in this week's video, I'll be reviewing the new limited edition G&G ARP9 3.0, the latest version of the venerable ARP9 series of AEGs and a significant departure of previous designs. So let's get into it. On first impressions, the first thing you notice about the 3.0 is its size. This thing is absolutely tiny. The previous ARP9s were already pretty small to begin with, but the inclusion of a skeletonized folding stock over here and the smaller magazine shrinks its profile considerably, earning it a subcompact designation. Excellent for tight spaces or even concealed carry under something like a coat. Externally, the ARP9 3.0 is made of that rock-solid, high-strength textured polymer that we've come to expect from G&G. It feels great for polymer and can definitely take a beating. No licenses here, being a fictional G&G gun, but it does seem to take several design choices for the real-life B&T APC9 in many ways. So let's start at the front. The muzzle features a G&G SS50 mini mock suppressor included stock with the gun. It has a foam inner lining, though its noise dampening abilities are questionable given the small size, and is attached to the muzzle through the use of a 14mm counterclockwise thread. The railed handguard features M-lock slots in the 3, 6, and 9 o'clock positions, and as a bonus also has a G&G M-lock vertical grip included stock with the gun. On the top we got a standard monolithic top rail with folding adjustable front and rear aperture sights with adjustable elevation and windage settings respectively. There is also an ambidextrous charging handle which can be used to open the bolt in order to access the hop-up. As mentioned, the hop-up can be accessed by pulling the charging handle, which opens and holds the bolt. Very convenient. Now, the rotary hop-up itself is adjustable through some nice tactile clicks. And once you're done, just push the bolt release like this to close the bolt and get back into it. Over to the rear and we have a pretty unique stock. The G&G ARP9 3.0 features G&G's signature conductive hinge folding stock. This allows the stock to still provide power from the battery regardless of whether it's open or closed, and keeps the electrical components safely sealed from the elements. But where's the battery? Glad you asked, because it is actually cleverly hidden in this tiny compartment inside the buttstock. It's connected with small 11.1 volt battery using a small Tamiya connector. However, whilst the battery location is visually impressive, this is also the weakest part of the gun, as the tiny battery space basically eliminates all but the smallest batteries from being used in this gun. What's worse is there also appears to be no practical way to thread the wire through to connect a battery externally, which may require you to jury-rig a method or straight up improvise like many people are likely going to do. Go down a bit and you have a non-ambidextrous standard AR pattern fire selector going from safe, semi, and fun mode, with very nice tactile clicks on each mode. The trigger is a standard G&G style straight trigger that, whilst an AEG does have a tactile press at the end of the trigger pull for those precise shots. Now beneath that is the ambidextrous paddle style magazine release, which is easily accessible with your forefinger. The magazine is another special edition and features a unique 4-channel converging magazine system. This basically quad stacks the BBs within the magazine, giving you a stunning 68 rounds for a magazine the size of a single Glock mag. Very compact. Inside, the ARP9 is powered by the MiG. No, not the fighter jet, but the MOSFET integrated gearbox. Basically, G&G's famed G2 gearbox with an integrated MOSFET housing. It features a 2nd gen ETU, which allows for programmable 3-round bursts and battery protection. Has a quick change springs and provides improved performance with that nice snappy trigger. So the ARP9 3.0 is shaping up to be quite a subcompact force to be reckoned with. But how does it shoot? Let's head to the range and find out. And now for the Chrono. As usual, we'll be firing 0.2 gram BBs. And now for the accuracy test. This being a short SMG, we'll be shooting at a target 15 meters away with 0.25 gram BBs. So let's get to it, shall we? Here's hot. And let's go. Wow, talk about a snappy gun. Yeah, overall, I really do like it. Ergonomically, it's fantastic, it's small, it's very, very compact. You know, you can really move around inside really tight spaces. As for shooting performance, I did notice that the hop-up was running a bit high, and we had already set it down to one of the lowest settings. So I do recommend that you use 0.30 BBs and above, but that's purely from my perspective. It's likely that the gun's hop-up still needs to be broken in a bit more. Overall, my impressions are fantastic. It's great, it's small. One thing I did notice is that the magazine over here, it has these 2 followers. However, the followers only stop around here, so you have over 10 to 12 rounds left inside your magazine after the gun stops firing. So that's going to be something to look out for, especially in regards to just this mag. Anyway, let's check out and see how I did. Right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So, as I mentioned earlier on, the first few shots I noticed were going really high, so I did adjust accordingly. So it's not fully shot from a still position at a single point, just to make that clear. Now, these 2 will probably count as flyers. I don't know why they ended up here, so generally, there we go. Now, obviously, as I said, I did adjust the aim in order to compensate for the high going hop. But if you're looking at simply from the x-axis, the accuracy is really impressive. You know, I'm actually quite impressed by this. Not bad at all. And overall, that generally goes for the rest of the gun. It is a supremely well-built, very compact, easy to use, and very snappy gun, if you have a battery that can fit it. So overall, not bad. Let's head back to the studio, shall we? And we're back! So the G&G ARP9 3.0 looks and shoots as well as we've come to expect from G&G. So let's rank the thing. For fun factor, we give the ARP9 3.0 3.5 stars out of 5. It looks and shoots great, easy to use and very compact, just as it says on the box. The biggest downside, however, is the minuscule battery size, which mostly restricts you to 7.0-volt batteries. Realism is a pretty negligible 2.5 out of 5 stars. This is at its core a fictional G&G gun, though it does take inspiration from certain real guns out there. On performance, we give it 4 out of 5 stars. The ARP9 3.0 is laser accurate, even for an AEG, and its ergonomics are excellent. However, as mentioned earlier, that limited battery space does limit the performance potential for this gun, and it has a very sensitive hop-up as well. Build quality gets yet another 4 stars out of 5. It may be polymer, but it's good polymer and feels rock solid, with things like mold lines being almost non-existent. So good job on that, G&G. On value though, at around $340 US, the 3.0 does cost a bit more than previous ARP9s, giving this a 3 stars out of 5. Collectability wise, we give the 3.0 4.5 stars out of 5. And that's because it is, after all, a limited run of only 3,000 pieces. So go get it soon before it's too late. Overall, we give the G&G ARP9 3.0 a pretty decent 4 stars out of 5. It's a well-made and capable AEG that, if it wasn't for its tiny battery size, would have improved on previous ARP9s in almost every single way. So let's hand over to you guys. What are your thoughts on the G&G ARP9 3.0? Let us know in the comments section below. And for these cool products and many more, visit us at www.redwolfairsoft.com. This is Andrew, _Flood, out. I start these conversations.